Today we're out for sushi at Canal City, which is a big mall in Fukuoka. Even if you're not into shopping, it's an interesting place to visit. The building alone is pretty unusual. I'm going to show you some cute things in the shops, the one-piece water and light show, and the Ramen Stadium. But first, sushi. I've got oshinko hand roll, that's pickled radish, and cucumber hand roll with a big lot of ginger. And Phil's got a set with several fish nigiri.
They're all tuna.
They're all tuna, but different types of tuna. Interesting. You're supposed to eat the least fatty one first, aren't you? Or is it sushi you're supposed to go for the mildest to the strongest fish, or there's definitely an order you're supposed to eat them in?
I'll go left to right.
Here's my vegetable tempura, and I've got avocado. I actually haven't seen that much avocado sushi in Japan. It's not a traditional sushi ingredient. What's that one, Phil?
Amberjack.
Amberjack. Kampachi they call it in Japanese. Phil enjoyed his one so much he's ordered another set. It didn't say what each of these are, so it's a mystery sushi. On the table is this chopstick drawer. We saw one before in Kyoto and really wanted to get one for home, but we can't find one anywhere. So I'm going to look for one in Kappabashi when we get to Tokyo. That's an area that sells lots of cooking things. So the other day we had cheap conveyor belt sushi at Sushi Row, and today we wanted to try somewhere a little bit better quality to see what it's like. This was Sakura Sushi in Canal City. What did you think, Phil?
I really liked it. The fish was good, the rice was good, it was presented well. It was just prepared really well for sushi. Like it was good quality ingredients. I don't think it was the best you can get by a long way, but it was a step above conveyor belt sushi. It was a nice atmosphere as well. Just
as we were leaving, they were playing a sort of Muzak version of Norwegian Wood by the Beatles, but kind of in a Japanese style, an instrumental version.
I'm sure I heard Green Day's Give Me Novocaine in there as well.
Who knows?
Yeah, but it was good. It was nice to go somewhere a little bit nicer. It's kind of hard normally because they don't have many vegetarian options.
No, I mean sushi places sometimes have things, sometimes not that much. The avocado gunkan is an unusual option to find. You don't see that very often in Japan. And in that vegetable tempura set, there was one of the tempuras I wasn't sure. I know they're not really called tempuras. One of the tempura. I wasn't really sure what it was. It kind of looked like some sort of fern or something, and it didn't really taste of anything. It tasted like eating a non-salty crisp. And with the sort of veins, it looked a bit like it might have been lettuce or something. I'm sure it wasn't, but I don't know what it was.
I'm not sure what it was, but whatever it was, it's sort of been baked together to form like a net. Yeah. And I'm sure you've had it before, but we've never figured out what it was. But it's all right.
Yeah.
It was a good meal, quite pricey. It was about just over 5,000 yen, so like 35-ish pounds maybe.
Yeah.
But I think that's all right for the quality of the food and the ingredients and just the presentation, the staff. It was good.
A pretty rainbow. There's a Moomin Bakery cafe and a Moomin stand. It's really cute how it's got a little roof. Wow, it's the 30th anniversary of my neighbour Totoro. Happy 30th birthday, Totoro. Okay, we're in Laox and they've just had a load of gachapon, some Hello Kitty stuff, and now there's a big nappy display, and we've got Kumamon in a nappy demonstrating the merchandise. There's a lot of clothes shops and designer clothes shops and things. Here's Muji. We're going to see if it's got a chopstick holder we've been looking for. If you like my videos, you can support Cakes with Faces by buying something from my shop, cakeswithfaces.co.uk. They're all my original designs, and lots of them are inspired by my travels in Japan and Kawaii style. There's worldwide shipping to any country in the world. arcade here, Taito Station, and it's got all the UFO Catchers and some games. The things in the UFO Catchers are a lot less otaku than the arcades in Akihabara and in Tokyo. They're aimed at a more mainstream audience, so they've got just general sort of plushies. I did see a Sumiko Garashi, and the figures, there's a couple of anime figures and there's some Disney figures as well. I saw a Rapunzel one, which is quite unusual, and I saw a few of the little Q-Pos skits. So I'm wondering if we're going to see more of them, if they're a popular thing at the moment. They look really cute with the big eyes. We're coming up to the Ramen Stadium. Phil's very excited about it. Look at all these ramens. Here on the 5th floor is the Ramen Stadium, and it's just a lot of ramen restaurants all together, and they serve different sorts of ramen. It's a lot of ramen. This is a bit like the ramen museum we went to in Yokohama. Just a collection of different sorts of ramen restaurants. But this is a bit less themed than that, but it's still a lot of ramen in one place. This one's number 1. See, this one you can order on a vending machine too. This is an unusual one, the tomato ramen. You don't see that very often. Got a nice exhibit here of all the different ramen bowls. Silent rooms. It's some sort of escape room. Keep out. Looking good, Phil. All these TVs. There's a Godzilla projection mapping show at 7:30.
Godzilla with the straw.
Shop, so after you've watched the One Piece show, you can go and buy all the merch. These are stairs coming up from the subway, and what this is for cyclists. It's a little ramp to put your bike on. As you walk up the steps, you put your bike on the ramp, and it's a little conveyor belt that takes your bike up for you. The other day we couldn't find the Yattai, the food stalls, but we've come back to Nakasu this evening and they're here. Yattai are really particular to Fukuoka. They're mobile food stalls. People drive in the evening, set up shop, put a few stalls round, and everyone has a lot of drinks, a lot of food, and has a good time. You don't find them in many other places, so they're really special just to Fukuoka. Now, the reason we couldn't find them the other day was because it was Sunday evening, and that's a day that a lot of them are closed, but we've come back on a, what day is it even? Tuesday evening, and they're here. It's about 10 o'clock at the moment, and I've heard they're around from about 6 p.m. to about 1 a.m. so they're open quite late. Lots of people come in for drinks, and it looks like a really good time. People are having fun, it looks really relaxed because you're sitting so close together, everyone's chatting with each other and just having a good time. So this is on Nakasu, on the southernmost point. It's on the southwest side along by the river, which is a really nice view. They do have them in other areas of Fukuoka as well. This is a surefire place to find them. Most of them have the same sorts of types of food. They serve oden, ramen and yakitori. Unfortunately, none of them really have vegetarian options, so we can't try them, which is such a shame. I would if they had something I could eat, because it looks like a lot of fun. We're just walking back to the hotel down a back street at night, and look how quiet it is. This is so different from what it's like in Tokyo.